You have won this person over with the Two of Cups. And it feels like you didn't even need to do anything to win them over at all. They were like totally into you. But some kind of exchange that you have had recently has caused even their inner critic to start to put pressure upon them to make their feelings more clear. Their inner critic is now kind of reprimanding them for taking their time, for being slow moving in this connection. So, this is somebody that, like, all of their energy and attention is now focused upon you and wanting to have a deeper experience, more heartfelt experiences, more cuddle time with you, more intimate moments. Even if it's just kind of like sharing a moment of silence with one another, that is something that greatly appeals to this person. You have made your way to their heart space, and it feels like this person's a tough nut to crack. They don't just like easily fall in love. This is somebody that at this point in their life they have a very strict vetting system as far as people that they are attracted to on the surface, and things that need to happen, maybe even just an energy of self restraint that they exercise very consciously in order to not sort of fall into toxic situations that causes them to sort of hold back or take a slower approach to love and romance. You have passed all those series of tests that their inner critic, when it is operating in kind of a high vibrational mode, self protectiveness, discernment, vetting out potential romantic partners, had placed in this situation, just in terms of like the measured approach that they have given to time, energy, and attention. So now those energies have been flipped. Now this is the whole person, like all of them. The light side, the shadow side is like, go for it. Make this happen. You have succeeded in where others have failed in the past, to satisfy this person's requirements, that it is a good idea for them to approach you with more emotional openness, more of a warm and friendly energy, and more of a receptivity to experience the fullness of what it is that you have to offer in love and romance. Yeah, we also have the Two of Swords. So, this is an energy that is suggesting that this person is very clear. They don't need to be like talked into anything. They are done kind of like arguing with themselves even about like, should I approach, should I take the next step in this connection, should I be open to receive fully. It's like everything is pointing in a unified direction. The answer is yes. You are not only the logical choice, but the person that all of their kind of like senses are drawn towards. And that logical self has given them that kind of like second opinion of, yes, this is a good idea to pursue this, romantically speaking. So, this is somebody that wants to kind of stop the guessing game with you. They want to provide clarity where up to this point in time, there may have been a bit of hesitation on their part because they know they've got like one opportunity in order to make kind of the next thing that they say count. But this is the moment in time where a shift is at hand. And so this is somebody that wants to, kind of shift for the better as far as this connection is concerned. This is somebody that does not want to hold back anymore. They don't want to they don't want to risk getting like left in the dust. If you are somebody that you're very clear, very direct, you're willing to like give this person time, but you know your worth and value, they know that it has been kind of a slow process up to this point in time. So rather than risking, you setting your sights elsewhere, or, the chemistry, the spark between the two of you kind of fading or diminishing. This is somebody that is like pushing themselves in every aspect to come towards you with a lot more openness than has been the case up to this point in time. So you know exactly where they stand, and that stance at this time is an openness for love and romance and partnership. We also have the King of Swords. Yeah, so all signs are pointing to you. All internal guidance is indicating that this is the right connection. This is somebody who had maybe prayed for guidance. They'd asked for signs and synchronicities. They had, consulted kind of their intuition, maybe even asked other people, like, it feels like this is right. It feels like this is the circumstance. This person is the one, but I want to be sure. I don't want to end up in a situation like that person from the past or those people from the past. I want something different. I want something better. I want something good. anything that they have kind of like looked to outside of themselves, as well as those internal resources, all is giving kind of like all signs point to yes, this is the green light. It's good to approach. It's safe to approach. A lot of encouragement, a lot of pressure upon this person now to make their move, to speak their truth, to let you know exactly how it is that they feel. This is somebody that feels very confident about that at this point. Like, this truth is going to be something that you are going to be like, it's about time. I was wondering if you were ever going to like say that out loud, or how much longer we were just going to be kind of like dancing around the obvious. So this is somebody that feels like that they don't need to like take any more time to build certainty. They don't need to take any more time, to kind of create that sense of clarity within. It's very clear to them that you are someone who has managed to kind of like win them over. You've made your way into their heart space, even if they've been like holding back. And that is something that is no easy feat. And so this is somebody, that wants to make that declaration to you, wants to, start sweet talking you in a way that can actually like lead to substantial material changes between the two of you. This is not anybody that feels it's in their best interest to hold back at this point in time. So this is someone that is going to give it all that they have in order to be able to, kind of push this situation forward between the two of you towards that next beautiful stage. Yeah, we also have Temperance. So this is that long-awaited truth. This is something that has been building very quietly behind the scenes. This is that chemistry and that potential actualized fully. This is that grand reveal. This is something that the person feels like this moment is right, the timing is right, the circumstances are right. Who cares if the stars are aligned or not? You're my person, you're the one, you are the connection that I want to pursue actively, openly, aggressively, in order to kind of balance out that energy where they had been holding back, they had been a little bit timid, or, very conscientiously kind of like pumping the brakes in the situation for a while. Certain tests were put in place by their discernment, by their guardedness, by their common sense even, because it feels like in the past this person would have just like leapt before they even looked, and they found themselves tangled in yucky situations, uncomfortable situations that in hindsight they're like, if I'd just taken a little bit of time, if I'd listened to my intuition, if I'd listened to my gut, I would have seen those red flags and I would have run for the hills. I would have run in the opposite direction. So this is somebody that has learned and evolved from their past mistakes. This is not just somebody bringing in all the clutter and the baggage from past cycles to kind of put you through the turmoil or the torment that other people from the past went through, or even the residue of what other people in the past put them through. This is somebody who has been very mindful for a while about course correcting, changing their own narrative arc by being that agent of change for themselves. And so this slow and steady approach that they have taken up to this point in time is exactly that. It is a very conscious strategy. It was nothing that was meant to play mind games with you. It was in order to satisfy some requirement within, that to open their heart fully to this, to accept this connection for all that it is, to move forward very boldly in an empowered way towards the future, that with that sense of having kind of like checked everything within themselves and outside, that they know that they would be moving forward, with kind of all senses aligned, heart and mind aligned. If they had not done that kind of evolutionary work and growth, this is somebody that maybe like right when they met you or pretty early on, they would have been like, cool, okay, let's move in together. Let's start dating. Let's become a couple. Let's become a thing. And that urge, that kind of spark to have those experiences with you, that is something that has not faded or diminished with time or through this energy of like measured self-restraint. It is something that has in fact enhanced. It has become more fragrant within them. And so there is certainty now that these feelings are still here, even though they have like put pressure upon themselves to sort of hang back a bit. Now the pressure is on to exert themselves, to take advantage of this moment, to let you know exactly how they feel. They were certain a while ago, and they're like really certain now that you are the person that has been worth the wait, has been worth every kind of like up and down that they have had in romance. You are an opportunity to do things better, to do things different than they had done with previous people. So this version of themselves that they have worked very hard to become is now rushing towards you with open arms. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.